We're at Deerwood Realty. We're moving on. Interest rates are important. What are interest rates doing today? Interest rates are up 18 basis points to 6.5%. They've been falling last week. We were down to like 6.27. I was like, man, we get to that 5.5%, that magic number for me, and we're in golden shape. We might have the soft landing. We might have a good situation. I don't think we are. In fact, I have no confidence. Let's continue. Darth Powell. Oh, no, I got to do this right. No. Let's go here. I want to change this over to here. Mark Zandi should be first. Okay. So this is Mark Zandi, chief economist of at economics.ma, host of Inside Economics podcast. I don't know where he was, but anyway, he's always been not with me. Like, I don't remember his, so I always couch that by saying, like, we don't agree. So he says, I'm confused by the overwhelming consensus among economists that the recession is all but inevitable. This view invariably rests in part on the yield curve inversion. Fair enough, it is a prescient recession predictor, but so too is the stock market, and it's not signaling recession. So he's saying because the market isn't totally blown off, okay, that things are fine. Now I don't want to be putting words into his mouth, but first of all, in housing, he was like, oh, things are going to be fine. Just great. And then he was like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't expect rates to go up. I don't trust anything he says because of the housing thing. And I was in it. I know what's going on. And he's not. But we can continue. It says, yes, stock prices have fallen by about 20% from their all-time peak a year ago. But this is entirely due to the surge in interest rates. Investors have yet to discount a decline in corporate profits. This is very different from every other bear market preceding past recessions. Look, my argument is we haven't seen unemployment numbers crash. Wait until we do. We have seen savings crash. We have seen credit card debt accelerate. As a refresher, stock prices equal the discounted value of expected profit growth. That's nice for textbooks. Stock prices fall if the discount rate rises and or investors anticipate a tough economy and weaker profits. Rates are up a lot over the past year, but investors' profit expectations have held up because they're dumb. They're dumb. It's going to happen, and it's going to be bad. Compare this to past recessions, in which the average decline in stock prices is more than 30%, and the decline was all due to weaker profit expectations as long-term rates barely budged. Stocks also typically peak only a few months prior to recessions, and none more than a year. This is to say, don't be a slave to the inverted yield curve and conclude a recession is dead ahead. Its recession signal may be muddled, and while it isn't straightforward to interpret the recession signal from the stock market, it appears to be saying something very different. Markets skate to where the puck is about to be. Traders skate to where the puck is. Economists skate to where the puck used to be. The best investors skate to where the puck will eventually end up. This man writes, head to the bullpen to warm up. Powell is orchestrating a recession. He gets the hook within the next 18 to 20 months. Trump would not have nominated him if he didn't have Powell by the short hairs. Renominated by JB as fall guy if economy is bad in fall of 24 and polls are bad. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. This guy writes, I believe the performance of the stock market is entirely due to the excess liquidity still in the system. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. Like, it's not just me. I don't think it rests much on inverted yield curve. Excess savings are being spent away and credit card debt has exploded. This can't last. There you go. 100%. There you go. And then this guy, no recession, Boeing cleared to deliver stockpiled 737s and weapon restocking by the U.S. will help float GDP growth through this rough patch. That's what he said. All right. Now I got to go to Darth Powell. Now look, I'm trying to do the right thing with the Twitter. Like I don't want to. Here, I'm liking his tweet. I'm liking his. Okay. When someone that I follow replies to someone I also follow, if I try to go to the person that originally wrote the tweet and credit them in the link, it doesn't go to the person that I wanted to pull up on the reply. That only happens if I go to the reply and use that link. And so that's what I'm doing. It's not, I hope it's not, I hope it's not wrong. I hope my internet courtesy isn't wrong. 1966 to 1982, Dow Industrial is unchanged. You just clip the dividends. And right now, markets like Spain unchanged from 1998 to 2022, just dividends. How could this happen in the S&P 500? He's got a little chart. He says it'll crash so hard and fierce they'll go right back to what doesn't work. There's no soft landing as far as asset prices go. Jobs, maybe. I'm of this opinion. I mean, when you start talking about jobs getting cut, and that's where the Fed has to go, yeesh, they're in a terrible spot. I mean, the spending in Washington is just out of control. And please, like during Trump, it was the same. And when have we had any sort of fiscal conservatism ever in my lifetime? I mean, it's really, really bad. So I don't see how you can argue that fiscal restraint by the government is going to. I mean, I think Clinton said there were going to be a balanced budget. I think, and don't get mad at me if I'm totally wrong. I didn't pay much. I mean, it was in the mid '90s. I was in college. We were lobbing bombs at Iraq every once in a while. Ugh, it just seems like it's a terrible situation coming. But I mean, who am I, right? I'm just a guy. I'm just a real estate agent in St. Louis, Missouri. This guy here, what I like is I want to talk about this as a real estate agent. It says, why you should be an investor, not an investor over an agent. I just sold a fourplex to a client who will net $80,000 in 1 year by implementing better management and flipping it. I will net $10,000 in commissions off of representing him on the buy side and sell side. I was previously an investor and now I'm a real estate agent. Why? Because I believe that you should be like, I can't imagine, like, if you're a real estate investor, what are you doing investing at like 8% rates? What's the point? I mean, there's a time to invest, and the time to invest for me is not right now. Now, I have a investor friend who'd say I'd buy every house I possibly could right now. Why? Because I'll refinance down the road and everything will be fine. I had a friend today call me. He says, "What is this going to rent for? Because I'm going to I'm going to rent this house out. I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to have like 5 houses, and that's going to be my retirement." Like, okay, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I disagree. Okay. I disagree. I think you should be an agent, but this is me. I'm an agent. Am I biased? No, I tell you, I'm biased on the agent side, yeah, but I'm not biased against investment. Go for it. I have a degree in real estate and construction management from the University of Denver. It's not like I don't want to invest in real estate. It's just there's times to invest in real estate, and then there's times to not invest in real estate, given my lifetime. Housing bubble disrespected. Now, let me see. Okay. This I wanted to go over as well. Man, just think of this. I was gonna not go the full time tonight, and I'm literally going longer than I ever go. You saw it. You saw the beginning of the show. By the way, let me stop for just a moment. A couple things. One, let me screw it up. I'll forget to go back. Let me do two things. One, whoever was the 130th subscriber, thank you. It means something to me. I don't know why. Like I don't know why it means so much, but it really does. Um, I I'm I don't want to fail at this YouTube. I do want to have a live stream where people are on and we have a good time. Okay. Because there's so much bullshit in housing. There's so much bullshit in real estate, and we can fix that. We can fix it in our section, in our little community. It's not going to ever get fixed. It's not the way the business works. So anyway, I want to say thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. And then I just want to check because and then I don't understand I don't understand the algorithm. Okay. The last show I did was we talked about it was like Wednesday. More people watched the Wednesday show on the replay than the show before it, the day before, by a ton. And I don't know why. Like there was nothing different about it. It didn't have a different headline. It wasn't, there was nothing different about it. And so I just want to say thank you for those who are finding my stream. Thank you for subscribing, and let's keep this up. Let's get to monetization, not because, I'm going to make bank because I'm not making bank. That's not the point. The point is like it's achieving something. So anyway, let's go back. I just wanted to put that out there. Again, thank you. Thank you very much. And I just appreciate it. Oh, I don't like that. I do like that. Always have. This was interesting to me because it's a 988 square foot house. We don't know how much it's valued, but we have to open it up. Okay, so here's the picture. The guy's got a truck. It's not a very big house. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. For sale by owner. He's got a Corvette in the lot. Okay. It says realtors. This is the entirety of my listing being active. This statement below has been included clearly in the property description, and yet I still receive 20 to 30 phone calls each and every week from agents as far away as New York asking, "Are you looking to hire an agent? And are you offering a commission?" When I ask, "Did you even bother to read the property details?" I almost always get the same response: "I must have missed it." Then I hang up on them. So don't be that realtor. Have a cash buyer ready to sign a P&S. I don't know what that is. Or don't waste your time or mine. Realtors, if you have a client that is interested in purchasing, I'm willing to offer a flat $10,000 commission for a full price offer within a 30-day close. If you do not have a specific buyer ready to write up a P&S, I guess purchase and sale, but I don't know. Do not contact me asking me if I consider listing with an agent promising the world, yada, yada, yada. I have zero interest in hearing the same old empty promises and BS. Now, let's be honest. Real estate agents are trained all the time to call FSBOs, for sales by owner. So, I mean, but they're not doing anything wrong, and he's not doing anything wrong. If you do list your sale for sale by owner, you should expect to get real estate agents calling you all the time. I call for sale by owners and I ask, "Are you paying a commission?" Because I have to get paperwork signed for me to even take my buyer over there. I work on commission. It's how I feed my family. I'm not ashamed of that. The fact that you don't like that, or the fact that you don't respect what we do, totally good with that. I mean, each their own. Whatever you do, I'm sure is better than what I do, right? So we got that. Now, let me see if I could. It says, Big Boomer Vibes got the new vet and truck in front of the glorified mobile home, FSBO. LOL, location. And the housing market in the Seacoast is still just as ever, with single family homes estimated to rise 6 to 12% over the next year in Hampton. 181 days on Zillow, 219 views, 3 saves. This is a disaster. And somebody wrote, "Is the ocean in his backyard?" Unless their backyard is 1.5 miles long. No. It's funny. It's funny. I have no need for that guy. Here's an interesting question from Lance Lambert. Are falling home prices bad for agents? Home prices falling while affordability remains historically pressurized could see better affordability when I'm assuming rates do end up coming down, i.e. a potentially a higher transaction volume. Somebody had wrote, this is good for everyone except real estate agents. Look, you don't understand real estate agents. We're like, there's like thousands of different strategies to be a real estate agent and make it. Like you'd want to focus, if you could, you'd want to focus on the luxury market. The problem with the luxury market is everyone's already in the luxury market, right? And then they cut your commission. So it's not as lucrative as you would think. Plus the people tend to be sometimes assholes. But that's true with regular price and lower price homes. You don't avoid assholes just by, dealing with somebody in a lower sale price. Okay. To the contrary, some of the people are terrible. It doesn't matter where they are on the scale. So, as an agent, my job is to help buyers buy homes and sellers sell theirs. It's not really about the number for me. I just want to have lots of transactions. Why? That's how I make my money. I make my money on the number of transactions. I don't care if the market goes up. I don't care if the market goes down. If I can't help buyers buy homes and sellers sell theirs, I can't make money. I can't make money. People get really confused by that. People think that, oh, you want like on the seller side, okay? They think that like, first of all, they think that somehow I don't want them to sell their house for as much as they possibly could. Oh, you don't believe me that I could sell, like, let's say there's a house worth 250,000. That's what it would sell for. And the seller says, oh, you don't believe I can sell my house for 300,000. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just, why do I want to sit there and waste my time trying to sell this house for 300 when it's not going to sell? It's just going to sit on the market. And then when I do sell it for the 250 that I thought I said it would probably sell for, now you're going to be mad because you didn't get what you wanted. And I told you that ahead of time. So you're not going to use me as your agent in the first place. Okay. So there's that. On the buyer side, oh, the agent's just trying to get money from you. Oh, the agent just wants you to be in a transaction. They don't care about you. I care about all my buyers. I have a buyer right now that I'm so upset about the situation. We bought a house as is. We had the municipality inspect the house. We did the repairs for the reinspection. A new inspector from the county, a different inspector comes in and says, oh no, you have to fix all these things. Writes up a 3-page report on the same condo that was already inspected by the county. And my buyer can't move in. He's like, this is unbelievable. And I said, well, let me give them a piece of my mind. And he said, no, don't do that. It's not worth it to fight these people. They're scum. They're gonna coalesce around themselves, and they won't care. I said, okay. I won't give him a piece of my mind, but I'd like to. Maybe he'll be watching this and know who he is because he's scum. Anyway, I care about transactions. Any transactions. I'll sell $100,000 home. I'll sell $1 million home. I don't care. Really don't. You say, well, you have to work harder no, I have to work hard for every house I sell. Well, not as hard for some as others. Okay. But it all balances out. I have terrible transactions at times. They're terrible. They're horrible. They make me question why I'm still on this planet. Why am I still in this business? It happens at least once a year. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So no, I don't care about falling home prices. I don't like rising home prices either. People think, oh, well, you're going to sell the house for $5,000 more than asking. Wow, you're going to be doing really, really great. I mean, on a percentage basis, which is my commission, what, $200, $300? What do I care? No offense. You say, well, then we can cut your commission more. Don't cut my commission because then I'm not excited about selling the house. It doesn't make any sense. Don't try to cut my commission because then I think you don't want me to be able to feed my family. Is that true? You're not a very nice person then. Why should I feed my family off your hard work? Well, I'm working hard to get your house sold. Oh, you're not working hard as I do. I go and I bust concrete with my hands every day. Well, that's a terrible job. I give you that. Jason Luris, he replied to this tweet. An economist who is paid to represent the outlook for a multiple listing service is predicting the prices will not fall as much as some say. Shocking, absolutely shocking. He writes, it's important to look for conflicts of interest when it comes to the sources of real estate data. The loudest often have deeply entrenched interests in proliferating the idea that homes are great, I'm guessing, regardless of market conditions, if they are making money off of every transaction. Um, don't just limit that to multiple listing services. Um, let's take a look at something like maybe a Zillow, maybe a Redfin, although they have great research data. I don't have any problem. The National Association of Realtors. The key in this world and in this time, okay, people talk about misinformation. People talk about misinformation, not getting information from approved sources. All that is dangerous. You can never trust the government on anything. Never, ever, ever. You really can't trust a lot of people on anything they say. Watch what they do, not what they say. That's been something that has served me very well throughout my life. I I don't I feel like what I'm trying to do with this show is to show you that I look at different sources of data. Like we're looking at Mark Zandi, we don't believe him, but we're reading what he says. Maybe he's right. Okay? Maybe he's right. I keep an open mind. I don't believe what he's writing is true, but if I never hear it, if I never hear the alternative argument, okay, then I don't feel like I can be informed. How can and that's how I try to bring this show to you. This is what I see. Okay. The show's here's what I see. Okay. And then here's what I think based on what I see after reading what someone else sees. I was supposed to take a Mucinex before the show. I didn't get to it. Now I'm a little bit nervous.